Top 3 bands Paul McCartney loved the most. Paul McCartney, the founding member of the Beatles, played a key role in shaping modern music and has had a lasting impact on popular culture since the 1960s. His influence continues to endure, inspiring musicians and fans across generations. From his innovative work with the Beatles to a thriving solo career, McCartney's music is still celebrated worldwide. After the Beatles disbanded in 1970, McCartney enjoyed a successful solo career and established the band Wings, producing numerous hits and captivating audiences for over 5 decades. In addition to his remarkable talents as a vocalist, bassist, pianist, guitarist, and songwriter, McCartney's unwavering creative energy stands out as one of his most impressive traits. The raw essence of 1940s and 1950s rock and roll significantly influenced both the Beatles' sound and McCartney's artistic journey. The vibrant new music on British radio inspired him to exchange his trumpet for an acoustic guitar, marking a pivotal shift in his musical style. Songs like Buddy Holly's That'll Be the Day, Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel, and Ray Charles's What'd I Say profoundly impacted him, each showcasing a distinctive blend of rock and roll, rockabilly, and rhythm and blues that ignited his creativity. As McCartney expressed to Rolling Stone, he owes much of his musical identity to Little Richard's early recordings. Throughout the years, McCartney has frequently highlighted certain bands as key influences on his sound, often emphasizing 3 bands in particular. Here are 3 bands Paul McCartney loved the most. The Beach Boys. Another major influence for McCartney was Brian Wilson, co-founder of the Beach Boys and the creative mind behind the groundbreaking album Pet Sounds, 1966. Like McCartney, Wilson began as a bassist but also excelled as a multi-instrumentalist and vocalist. McCartney particularly admired Wilson's songwriting, crediting Pet Sounds as a key inspiration for Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and calling God Only Knows one of the greatest songs ever composed. McCartney's admiration for Wilson traces back to the 1960s when the Beach Boys were viewed as America's response to the Beatles. Despite their rivalry, mutual respect and friendship blossomed between the two bands, leading to a creative exchange. In fact, Rubber Soul, 1965, spurred Wilson to create Pet Sounds, which motivated the Beatles to experiment musically with Sgt. Pepper's, 1967, their most adventurous work. McCartney explained that Wilson's distinct musical choices, such as lingering on unexpected chords to create mood, greatly influenced him. He noted, Brian would take the music to places you wouldn't expect. If a song was in C, he might hold onto a G chord longer, just to keep the listener suspended. That kind of thinking made us realize the creative power we had as a band. Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Buddy Holly and the Crickets were renowned for blending rock and roll with country and rhythm and blues, a unique combination that influenced the Beatles' sound. Interestingly, it was Stuart Sutcliffe, the original bassist of the Beatles, who came up with the name, The Beatles, in tribute to the Crickets, a name that John Lennon later cleverly revised to The Beatles. McCartney often reflects on how profoundly Holly influenced their music, stating, "The first time I heard Buddy Holly was when That'll Be the Day came out." He highlighted Holly's significance to the band, noting that he even inspired John Lennon to confidently wear his thick glasses in public. The sound had this amazing energy. "At first, I thought it was a black group," McCartney reminisced. "We couldn't figure out how they pulled it off. It was Buddy Holly and the Crickets. He played lead guitar, sang, and wrote the songs, all of which we really admired." Ultimately, Holly became a role model for the Beatles, with McCartney asserting that Holly's influence inspired them and demonstrated the possibility of taking control of their own musical journeys. The Everly Brothers. Both Paul McCartney and John Lennon regarded the Everly Brothers as a significant influence on the Beatles' vocal harmonies. Their rich, melodic harmonies played a crucial role in shaping early Beatles recordings, evident in songs like Love Me Do. The Beatles even performed covers of Everly Brothers tracks such as Bye Bye Love and acknowledged the duo during their Let It Be tour. McCartney has stated that he holds the Everly Brothers in even higher esteem than the Beatles themselves. In his book, The Lyrics, he detailed the profound impact the duo had on him and Lennon, declaring, "The biggest influence on John and me was the Everly Brothers. To this day, I think they're the greatest. They were something special." He also noted how their image and talent left a lasting impression. "Just two guys, both good-looking, of course we idolized them.